What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the ICP. This is going to be the Week 8 team builder and battle against my boy Grandmaster D-Ray. Love the dude to death. He is a phenomenal human being, so if you guys are not subscribed to him, please go over to his channel and subscribe. His links will be down in the description below. But I love the dude to death. He is one of my favorite content creators to watch. He is also one of my favorite people to play. It is just always a joy, like, aside from the scheduling issues that we sometimes have but haven't been that bad recently. I love playing D-Ray. He's one of my favorite people to play. He's one of my favorite people to watch, everything. So I'm really excited for this game. Currently I am 2-0 against him, so I'm sure he's out for revenge, but this game is going to be, I think it's very much so in my favor. I think that the team matchup is in my favor quite a bit, and I think it'll force him to build a lot of things in a certain way. So he has Lando. I don't think Lando's coming, but I think it's a Lando, so why wouldn't it come, you know? But I don't think it's that good against me just because of my rain offense, because of Passimian, things like that. I think that certain things have to be brought just for Passimian in general, because I think that if he brings Lando and I'm expecting it to come in and I get the switch initiative and I get the Defiant boost, like, he just loses a Pokemon every single time. So that's the one reason why I don't think he'll bring it, but overall, still a phenomenal Pokemon. Weavile is coming Adamant Choice Banded. I'm 100% positive of it because it can be Adamant and outspeed my entire team easily. And then Choice Banded Knockoff or Choice Banded Triple Axle, 2-shots my entire team. Without fail, it 2-shots everything. So I'm having to prep in a certain way for that, which is really annoying. But aside from that, everything is pretty straightforward. I think Miltank's going to be just really fat. It's about his only check to Aegislash, spamming ghost moves, but I do get close combat, which can 2-shot it. Scizor, I think, is coming because I don't have a fire type. I don't have a really great way of breaking it outside of something like Zapdos clicking Hurricane in the rain. Everything else kind of sort of struggles to break it, so I'm really worried about that. But I guess water moves from my rain sweepers can do it, but overall I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the best way of beating it, so I think Scizor is phenomenal. Lantern, rain check, easy. Lottie, another rain resist, but it's also weak to dragon, so it's not that great versus Kingdra. But versus the remainder of my team, it's actually pretty good. It's really good versus something like Passimian that's locked into close combat. It's a way of getting in, forcing it out, and getting chip damage off on the rest of my team, so I think it'll come for that reason alone. Virizion, not going to come this game. Mimikyu is something that I'm very scared of. I'm very terrified of a Mimikyu coming in, clicking Swords Dance, and me not being able to beat it. Just because it will be able to outspeed almost everything on my entire team unless I run max speed Zapdos or Celebi, which, spoiler alert, I'm not, because Zapdos can't really destroy it anyway. And Celebi's weak to Shadow Sneak, so the speed on that wouldn't even matter. I can't Shadow Sneak it. I can't do much for it, so I'm very worried about that Pokemon. But that is, and then I'm not even going to cover the last two because I have rain. But that is pretty much what I'm really expecting and worried about with his team. But what I'm bringing is I'm bringing a Choice Scarf Bouffalant with Iron Head, Close Combat, Head Charge, and Mega Horn with the Reckless ability. This Pokemon is phenomenal because I know D-Ray gets help from people like Owen and Kurt, and they're really big on speed creeps, so I went really aggressive with my creep this week. I typically don't do it unless I know for a fact that my opponent is very aggressive on speed creeps. That's the only time that I will be really aggressive on my end, but I have enough speed to be able to outspeed Weavile, Virizion, and Lottie, outspeeding my base 100s, hitting 167s. They'd hit 168. I hit 169. And then I have max attack on the rest in HP. I have Iron Head, Close Combat, Head Charge, Mega Horn. Mega Horn hits 2 of their faster mons for like over 80%, which is phenomenal in Weavile and Latios. Head Charge is doing about 50% to everything that comes in aside from the Mimikyu. And then, of course, because I have this thing as my Choice Scarf, Mimikyu cannot click Shadow Sneak versus me. All I need is the Disguise broken, and Iron Head kills it. So that was kind of the main way for this. It's a really good check to their offense. If that's all that's left in the game, I can click Iron Head. I can click Iron Head versus Weavile and Mimikyu if that's the offense they have left. And everything else, I can just click a coverage move and try to pick it off once I chip everything down with the entire team. Next up, we have Aegislash. This thing is going to be a real annoyance for them because King Shield, Shadow Ball, Close Combat, and Shadow Sneak hit pretty much everything on the entire team for at least neutral damage. There is not a single thing on their team that resists both fighting and ghost coverage. So Shadow Ball is super spammable. Their only switch into it is Miltank, which Close Combat with the 12 EVs and the Modest Nature does in fact 2-hit KO, as long as they're not like fully Fizz Def, I think. But as you'll see, I have a lot of chip damage on this team with Toxic, so it'll be, well, not a lot. I have a little bit, but I'm hoping to get a Toxic early on and try to wear it down a little bit. But overall, just very, 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 very strong spell tag to be able to get a lot of chip damage off on stuff. But yeah. So next up, we have Zapdos. It is going to be my physically defensive check. It is my Lando check. The only thing that can two-shot me are 2 Stone Edges back to back. It is my Scizor check, and if Scizor is not there, then it is basically there just to scout out the Lando set. But overall, it just has a little bit of speed in it. I think it's for uninvested. It's literally for Miltank that wants a little bit of speed. So I put in 64 to hit 129. That's literally all it is. And then I have dual stab, roost, and U-turn. Just for it also hits really, really hard aside from the Lantern. But if I get the Lantern in, I get to drop in either my Aegislash or my Bouffalant, and I get to do a lot of damage to him. Life Orb, Seismitoad. We're finally bringing Rain Seismitoad, which is phenomenal. Weather Ball, Sludge Wave, Earthquake, and Knockoff with a minus attack nature, modest, because I don't need it. If I went with a minus defense nature, I did not pick up any Okos, no Mons were switched to 2 KOs, nothing. It was literally just I don't need the investment. I don't want to make either one of my defenses weaker, so I just went with max. I have enough speed for Choice Scarfed something. If I'm being honest with you, I don't remember. It might be Choice Scarf Latias. Can't really remember off the top of my head, but Weather Ball, Sludge Wave, Earthquake, Knockoff hits the entire team really, 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 really hard. The only thing that cannot be two-shot by this is Latias, but even then, it is a roll depending on their investment. If they have like no HP investment, Knockoff into Weather Ball can two-shot them. It all depends on their investment, but very, very good coverage. And then I have Sludge Wave there for something. I think it was Virizion. I don't remember. Sludge Wave, looking at it now, I don't think is needed, but I had it. So Skuntank, this is going to be my Weavile check, and by my Weavile check I mean my Weavile sack. It is literally only here to switch in on it, have it click triple axle, take 3 hits of Rocky Helmet, then I click Endure, they take another couple hits, and they take Aftermath, and then they pretty much die. So that is about the only thing it's here for, and I do live an Adamant Choice Banded triple axle from full, as long as rocks are not up. If rocks are up, it is a roll in my favor to live, but that is about it. I have Flamethrower to be able to two-shot Spadef, Scizor outside of rain. I have the rest into Spadef. That is about all that this thing does. It is going to be my Weavile sack. That's about it. Next up, very standard Fizdef Politoed, Scald, Earthquake, Toxic, and Ice Beam. I have Earthquake there just for Lantern because their only switch into Scald is Lantern. Everything else does not appreciate a Scald on their team. So I'm expecting every time Politoed is in to be able to click Scald and be able to do a lot of damage. So I really do like this team. I really like it a lot. I don't think there was much different I could do because Weavile does just in fact decimate me. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the battle. Give me a second. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the battle. Should have done a team builder before this. We're going up against D-Ray. This is the week that pretty much decides if we lock playoffs or not. The team that we're bringing is super fun. If you didn't watch the team builder, you should go watch it. It'll be before this, but I'm pretty nervous for this game because one, D-Ray's pretty good. He has improved a lot since I first got to know him. He has vastly improved. He's not having the best time in ICP, but he's still doing pretty well. And I'm really nervous because after last week, I feel as though I have like some sort of standard to live up to, and that's not good. But 6 and 4 should be good enough to get me into playoffs no matter what. So I just kind of want to make sure that I don't get blown out of the water for this. I'm expecting to see certain things. Like I'm expecting to see Adamant Choice Banded Weavile. I'm expecting to see what else? Latias, Lantern. I'm expecting to see a handful of things. Latias, Lantern, Miltank, Mimikyu, Scizor, Weavile. I could see Virizion. I don't expect Lando. I don't expect Regirock, and I don't expect Carkol. I think those are the main 3. But everything else I feel like has a decent chance to come. Also, I probably mentioned this in the team builder. No face cam because I'm actually just waking up whenever we're playing this. So yeah. Hopefully it goes well. Yeah, okay. Did end up bringing Lando, did end up bringing Miltank, didn't end up bringing Scizor, which I'm super happy about because that thing was damn near impossible for me to break. Super difficult for me to break. So what I'm going to lead off with is I'm going to lead off with my frog. Yeah. Gonna lead off with my frog. And I think I'm gonna try to bait in the Lantern early and then click Earthquake against it. I might click Toxic, I'm not sure yet, depending on what they lead off with. But I do really like the matchup that we have here so far. Lantern. I kind of want to calc my rain offense versus the Lantern one more time. Yeah. So if I can get off an Earthquake with my Politoed, an Earthquake from my Seismitoad does kill Lantern. I have Weather Ball, like just going down the list: Weather Ball, Earthquake, Weather Ball, Weather Ball, Weather Ball, and then knock off into Weather Ball kills Lottie. So Seismitoad does look phenomenal here. It looks very good. They didn't bring too many hazards to stack on me, maybe just like Stealth Rocks. Okay, let's get it. Eat more chicken. Okay, it's kind of what I was expecting. I'm gonna click Toxic first no matter what because I want to be able to get a little bit of chip damage off on this thing over time, force it to Milk Drink and Heal Bell. If it has Heal Bell, then that means that it only has one attacking move with Stealth Rocks unless Lando's the rocker, so I'm gonna go ahead and click Toxic. If I get the Lantern coming in, then that's fine. There's no chance in hell I'll outspeed this thing. And I don't think that it'll have only one offensive move. I think it needs to have at least two, because if it only has one, it can't touch my Aegislash literally at all. They went for Toxic themselves and they missed. I'm sorry. That sucks. I am going to go into my Aegislash though, I think. I'm going to go hard into my Aegislash here. That's a shitty first turn, I'm sorry. But if he's just going to do it again, I'm going to try to take advantage of it. Or if they want to set up rocks, that is also fine. They set up rocks, that's cool. I'm going to go for a CC, I think. Or do I just want to fire off a Shadow Ball raw? Part of me just wants to fire off a Shadow Ball, expecting them to switch into like Lando or something. Because there's no way they're going to leave this thing in on a close combat, right? I'm clicking Shadow Ball. There's no way that they're going to leave this thing in to get two shot by close combat. So they do have Toxic, they have Stealth Rocks, they have Milk Drink. I don't think they can touch this. Like, unless they have Earthquake, but... Body Slam. Okay, so they're scrappy with Body Slam. Okay. Okay, that is mildly annoying. But I think it could be worse. I'm going to go ahead and click King Shield here, expecting either the Milk Drink or the Switch Out. Part of me just wants to go for Shadow Ball again, if I'm being honest with you. In Blade Form. Scrappy. Body Slam. Body Slam's doing 21 to 25. I really want to click it again, but I know it's not a smart move. I can do it later on. Yeah. He's going to switch into Lando. I wish I'd gone for Shadow Ball. Yep. Yep. If I went for Shadow Ball there, this thing lost 70% of its health. Ugh, that's so annoying. Can I take an Earthquake? No, I cannot. I'm going to go hard into Zapdos. The only way that it two-shots me is if it's offensive with Stone Edge. And I don't think it would click Stone Edge versus this thing. Oh my god, he did it. Wow. Does not two-shot, though. Part of me wants to click Hurricane. Another part of me wants to click Roost. I'm going to click Hurricane, see if I can get a little bit of chip damage off on the Lantern. Yeah, I should have clicked Shadow Ball again. I knew I should have, but if he stayed in and clicked Body Slam again, I guess the worst thing that happens is I lost 25%. But, oh well. I think that here they're going to go into Lantern, and then I'm going... No, they click it again, and they hit it. Wow. And they get the crit. Oh, no. They just got a really bad roll the first time. Because it did less than 50% before. Wow. Okay, I'm going to go right back into... Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? There's no way that actually just happened. Okay, so we are back at the point where we left off. Not much is really different. But I'm going back into my Seismitoad just like I said, and I'm clicking Earthquake. I'm clicking Earthquake. There's no way he should stay in on this thing. Because he just loses it. He absolutely just loses this thing to Weather Ball in the rain. Like, even if it's Rindo Berry, or Pasho Berry, it dies. So I'm clicking Earthquake, expecting Lantern to come in. Yeah, and then I can Earthquake into whatever I want, really. Perfect. Air Force Uno. Okay. Man. This thing dies to Weather Ball into Knockoff, man. God. That's frustrating. I'm gonna go into this. So, for reference, it doesn't die, but it does a lot. I assume you're going to go for a grass move. No? Switch into this. Okay, so we're back at this scenario. We are back at this scenario. I'm going to click Close Combat. Yeah, I'm going to click Close Combat. I'm not going to let this thing just be annoying for free. You might think that he doesn't need to switch out since he didn't see Close Combat before, but now I'm revealing it. I'm not going to let this thing be annoying forever. I'm just going to click it. Perfect. And believe it or not, I think I'm actually going to click Shadow Ball here. Because Body Slam is doing 34% to me. I'm gonna click Shadow Ball, expecting Lando or something else to come in. Nope. Okay. Wow. Like, after toxic damage, this thing would have died. Right? Like, this is going to take it down to just where it would have died. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to click Shadow Ball. Right? Yeah, I'm clicking Shadow Ball. I don't want this thing to... Oh my god! I can't get any of these calls right. I'm getting frustrated because I'm not getting any calls right. I'm getting really frustrated because I'm not getting any of these calls right because I'm not expecting him to want to stay in and lose his mill tank. But, like, I'm going to King Shield here. If he goes into Lando, phenomenal play, but I assume Milk Drink is coming out here. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to click... How much is this toxic damage doing? There's no shot you're saying it, because if I click close combat, you die to toxic. Right? I'm clicking Shadow Ball. I'm being so unbelievably persistent. I will get this call right eventually. Thank you. Jesus. I was so persistent. $70 to $82. Perfect. God, that was probably the most annoying interaction I've had in Pokemon in a really long time. I'm gonna click King Shield just to scout out what he's gonna do. I know I'll get a little bit of leftovers recovery back, but it's in range of everything I need. Does Lottie have a grass move? I mean, honestly, at this rate, I just need a little bit weakened, and then I can spam Head Smash. Because Latias, if it's max HP, or Head Charge, I'm sorry, takes 64 to 75. I need a little bit of chip damage off on that one Weather Ball. We'll put that in range. Let's see what they go for. Earth Power. Okay, so they're mixed. They have Earthquake, Earth Power, and Stone Edge. Or no, maybe just Earth Power and Stone Edge. But I'm going to go into my Politoed, and I'm going to reset up the rain. And then... does a decent chunk. I'm going to click... Do I click Toxic or do I click Earthquake? I think I'm going to click Earthquake. Yep, I'm going to click Earthquake. Because I don't think you want to bring in a... Yep, cool. This should be doing about 30%. Did a little bit more. That's nice. It's AAV, which is nice. I'm going to go... Man, I don't have a good switch into this anymore because I lost my Zapdos. Can I live a Volt Switch? Can I live a Thunderbolt? I can live both. Not from max special attack, though. I think they're max special attack, max speed death. You guys want to see a ballsy play? Okay. Force Uno. Do I just go for knock? Get the damage off I need for head smash? Or head charge, whatever. I think I do. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this thing's item. If they have no investment, Nagava's doing 56 to 69. Did a little bit less. They have a Habanberry, Psychic. Ooh. Okay, so with no item, it's doing 38 to 47. I don't think that's good enough. I'm gonna go hard into my Aegislash, I think. Expecting a recover. Oh no, they switch. The what? Eat more chicken. Here we are again. This interaction is becoming increasingly more annoying. It's becoming so stupid and annoying. I'm gonna click close combat. I'm gonna click close combat as they click milk drink. I'm gonna do 50 some odd percent. They go straight for body slam. And they crit it. Do they get the para? No, they do not. Cool. Cool. I think I'm gonna click close combat again. Yep, I'm clicking close combat again. They went straight for body slam, so they're gonna kill us here. But I think that we're gonna be able to actually be in a decent spot for this. Primarily because we get to bring in our Toad. I don't want to have it take more rocks damage. I'm gonna go into my Buffalo. I'm gonna reveal that I'm Scarfed, which, you know, is whatever, but I think this is what I'm gonna do. I don't want my Toad to take another hit of Life Orb whenever I'm gonna need it for other stuff. I'm gonna go for an Iron Head. Because versus Lando T, Intimidate, Iron Head is doing 17 to 21. Looks like it looks like it could be a roll, but it can't kill me back. So I can get off 3 Iron Heads and be fine, and then come back in and I can spam Iron Head again versus a lot of their team. Versus Latias. Iron Head's doing 29 to 34. Getting rid of Miltank was pretty important because now whatever they go into, I can reset up the rain, and then I can go into my Politoad or my Seismitoad. I can break. If they go into Weavile here, I'm going to drop in my Skuntank, the Alpha. Yeah. I'm going to go hard into my Politoad, and I'm going to reset up the rain. This is going to be a hard one to come back from. This is going to be a really hard one. I made way too many over predictions in the early game versus Miltank, but I really didn't expect D-Ray to just want to like sack off his Miltank like that. Because there were so many turns to where I could have clicked close combat and it would have been at the range that it was at before. Like it would have died a lot sooner and I wouldn't have taken that much damage. But, you know, it is what it is. I just over predicted. And then I think what I'm going to do with my Seismitoad here. I have to click Weather Ball versus this thing, unfortunately. I have to click Weather Ball versus this thing. Which will allow in Lantern. How do I want to do this? I've made a lot of over predictions. I don't want to make one again. I'm gonna go for Weather Ball. If he goes into Lantern, good play, and I think I lose this game pretty big. But at the same time, I've been making a lot of over predictions. I've been making a lot of them. Are you going into Lantern? No? Cool. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna click... I'm gonna click Sludge Wave here. Yeah. I'm gonna click Sludge Wave just to ensure that I get a good amount of damage off on something. Yeah, I didn't play well around Miltank with my Aegislash. Unfortunate. If I had hazards this game, it would have been a lot easier. Are you gonna SD in my face? There's no way you're gonna SD in my face, right? There's no way you SD in my face. If you do, I'm just going to go into my Bouffalant. And I'm going to click Iron Head. No, they were smart. It's the best play. They are Life Orbed. I'm going to go into my Skuntank, I think. And click Poison Jab and hope I get a poison on the Lando. I think that's about all I can do. Yeah. D-Ray played really well. I made a lot of over predictions. I definitely didn't play optimally around Miltank. I should have just clicked CC every other turn. Like, worst case scenario, they go into Lando and I get a little bit of chip. And then I get the play correct one time. Okay, I get a nice little poison jab off on this. I'm gonna go for it again. Why? This is my check to you, dude. This is what I was going to use to actually check you. I mean, I'm going to click Endure. Yep. Oh, your pads. You are pads. Good bring. Good bring. At least I'll get one more kill. I will get one more kill with my Bouffalant. What's this Pokemon called? Weavile. I mean, I'm going to spam Iron Head because there's also a chance I could flinch him down. Yep, that's actually in range of Iron Head, like one Iron Head. Man, that's a good bring. I wasn't ever expecting him to bring pads because he's brought basically boots every single week, and that thing outspeeds my entire team while being adamant, so I was really expecting like adamant choice banded. I was really expecting adamant choice banded. I mean, I do still technically have a chance, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, by spamming Iron Head and flinching him to death. Yep, there you go, Lando. I do 17 to 21. I need a bunch of flinches. I need a bunch of flinches. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not a bunch. Maybe just 2. Let's go for it. We got 22 of them. Let's see how it can go. Okay. I need 1 flinch here. Actually, I need a little bit more than that. Yeah, I need to flinch him here. If I don't flinch him here, it's GG, but I also need to flinch the Mimikyu or have him miss a play rough. Oh man, and I didn't get either flinch. No. Okay. GG to D-Ray. That was, I think that if I played a little bit better around, Miltank, I think I could have had the chance to win there. If I played, man, that Miltank interaction was just so frustrating because like with close combat, I always 2-shot him. So I was never expecting him to want to let it go down whenever that was like a really good bulky pivot to things. But I guess looking back at it, Miltank was his only check to Aegislash. Like everything else just got bopped by the combination of Shadow Ball plus Shadow Sneak. Yeah, so I guess I could have just like clicked close combat every time. I guess I clicked Shadow Ball like 3 times and it did nothing. So I got nothing out of a turn aside from toxic damage. So I think that's where I messed up this game. But it was still a really good game versus D-Ray. That's the first time he's beaten me, so it's on now. We've each beaten each other. But yeah, I also think that I made a pretty big misplay by staying in with Zapdos on Lando. Once I saw him go for Stone Edge, I probably should have gone into my Politoed. That was a pretty big misplay because Zapdos also would have helped out a lot versus certain things named Miltank. Yeah, but Protective Pads Weavile, that pretty much shut down the Skuntank set I brought, didn't it? Wow. I didn't expect him to bring pads because like Adamant Banded just like it 2-shot everything, but you know, it is what it is. GG's to D-Ray. I think that next time I play him, I'm not going to try to predict so much. I kind of expected him to do a lot of things that he may have thought he didn't need to do, but I in my head thought he did. But either way, it was a phenomenal game. He played very well. I think I could have played a little bit better. Choice Scarf Bouffalant also could have brought that home if it just got 1 flinch. Like, Bouffalant, what the hell are you doing? Why couldn't you get a single flinch? Like, just 1 flinch is all you needed. But yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it off there. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.